Do not spend these coins. These 6 wheat pennies are silent fortunes hiding in your pocket, jars, and drawers. Check your change now. Collectors are fighting for stop scrolling right now. I need your full attention. What if I told you there are old, dirty-looking pennies hiding in plain sight that are worth serious money? I'm talking silent fortune, quiet wealth, life-changing opportunity. These are the wheat pennies people are spending every single day without even knowing it. Do not spend these coins. These coins equal hidden wealth. Check your pocket now. Check that jar. Check that drawer. Nobody talks about these. Collectors are fighting for them in real auctions, and regular people are accidentally losing fortunes. Welcome back to EagleCoins, and today we're exposing the top 6 most valuable ultra-rare wheat pennies worth huge money. Each coin gets rarer, more shocking, and more dangerous to ignore. Some details make these coins special, and if you miss them, you miss everything. Stay till the end, because the final coin changes everything. First coin number 1. Now listen closely, because coin 1 is the kind of penny people laugh at, and that mistake costs them everything. This is the 1937 wheat penny with no mint mark, brown spats, old condition, and it looks like nothing special. That's exactly why it's dangerous. This coin feels ordinary. It feels spendable. And that's why people are losing a silent fortune every day. Do not spend this coin. This is not fiction. 1937 was not a calm year. America was clawing its way out of economic pressure, still shaking from the Great Depression, factories stressed, mints pushed to produce massive quantities of coins to keep the economy moving. Speed mattered more than perfection. That pressure created mistakes, inconsistencies, and coins that were never meant to survive. Most were spent hard, worn down, destroyed, melted, or lost forever. Very few escaped with their original surfaces intact, and that's where this penny becomes a hidden treasure. Hold this coin in your hand, and you feel history. That solid copper presence, around 3.11 grams of weight, a wide 19 millimeters face, and a thickness just under 1.5 millimeters that gives it that old, heavy feel modern coins don't have. The front shows Lincoln, strong, but softened by time, not shiny, not cleaned, just honest wear. The back wheat ears tell the story of American resilience, and on this coin, those lines matter. Collectors obsess over how sharp or soft they are, how the fields look around them, and whether the surface still breathes naturally. And that brown, spattered tone, that's not damage. That's age. That's originality. That's survival. This is the antique look collectors are fighting over. Clean this coin and you destroy it. I'm serious. One wipe, one polish, one shiny upgrade, and the silent fortune is gone forever. Original toning is everything. This detail changes everything. The missing mint mark is not just a detail, it's a signature. It tells collectors exactly where and how this coin was born. Under stressed minting conditions, tiny variations happened, and only a microscopic number survived decades of circulation without being altered. That's why condition matters so much. Even in circulated or fine originality, untouched coins are rare. Survival is rare. That's what creates serious money. Collectors don't talk loudly about this coin. They bid quietly, aggressively. They hold it. They don't sell. Supply keeps shrinking, while demand keeps climbing. And when one appears at auction, the room changes. Phones come out. Bidding jumps fast. This is hidden wealth revealing itself. Today, this single penny has reached a market value of around $180,000. And that number doesn't even tell the full emotional story. This is quiet wealth. This is life-changing money hiding in plain sight. So hear me clearly. Do not spend this coin. Never clean this coin. Original surfaces matter. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Check the texture. Dirty old coins shock people for a reason. This coin is special. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger. The next wheat penny is rarer, more shocking, and even easier to lose. If you think this one is dangerous to ignore, the next one is on another level. Next coin number 2. These hidden treasures and some details make them priceless. Dirty old coins, missing mint marks, and original toning can be life-changing wealth. Watch till the end. Coin 6 will shock you. Listen very carefully, because coin 2 is not just rare, it's dangerous to ignore. This is the 1919 wheat penny with no mint mark, very fine condition, and this coin has silently slipped through millions of hands while carrying a hidden big treasure. People are accidentally losing this every single day. Do not spend this coin. I mean that. This penny looks calm, ordinary, harmless, and that's exactly why it destroys fortunes. 1919 was a year America was barely holding itself together. The First World War had just ended. Soldiers were coming home. Industries were shifting overnight. Money was tight. Emotions were high. And the economy was under extreme pressure. The US. Mint was pushed hard to produce coins fast to keep commerce alive. Speed mattered more than perfection. Quality control suffered. Coins were struck, released, spent, and destroyed without mercy. That chaotic moment in history is why this year produced coins that were never meant to survive long-term. And that's why surviving examples today feel like silent witnesses to a violent economic transition. Now picture this coin in your hand. It has weight, about 3.11 grams of solid copper, not hollow, not light. A full 19 millimeters diameter that gives it presence, and a thickness just under 1.5 millimeters that makes it feel real, old, important. The front shows Lincoln with depth still in his face, not flat, not lifeless. The back wheat ears still breathe, still show definition, and collectors obsess over that. This detail changes everything. Every line, every edge, every soft curve tells them whether this coin lived honestly or was ruined by cleaning. And let me be very clear. Clean this coin and you kill it. Instantly. Never clean this coin. That original surface, that natural tone, that slightly aged look is the entire reason this is hidden wealth. Shiny does not mean valuable. Original does. Professional graders can spot a cleaned coin in seconds, and once it's labeled cleaned, the silent fortune is gone forever. The missing mint mark matters more than people realize. No mint mark tells a very specific story about where and how this coin was struck during one of the most stressed periods in US. Minting history, tiny strike variations, metal flow differences, surface textures. Collectors hunt these details obsessively. This is not fiction. These are the details collectors fight over behind closed doors. Most 1,919 pennies were spent into the ground. They were lost, bent, damaged, melted, or wiped clean by well-meaning hands. Very fine condition survivors are rare, and untouched survivors are even rarer. Survival is the miracle here. That's why demand keeps rising while supply keeps shrinking. Collectors are not selling. They're holding. They're locking these away because they know what's coming. When one of these appears at auction, it's not loud. It's tense. Quiet nods. Fast jumps. Aggressive bidding that looks calm on the surface, but ruthless underneath. And today, this single penny has reached a market value of around $270. That's not just money. That's serious money. That's a life-changing opportunity hiding in a coin people still call just a penny. So listen again. Do not spend this coin. Check the date. Check for the missing mint mark. Check the surface. Original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. This is a silent fortune, and most people will never even know they touched it. Stay with me, because what comes next is even bigger. The next wheat penny is older, rarer, and even more shocking. If you think people are losing this one, the next coin is disappearing right now. Next coin number 3. Do not blink, because coin 3 is one of the most shocking mistakes in American coin history, and people are still accidentally losing it today. This is the 1943 wheat penny with no mint mark, the silver-looking penny, old condition, and this coin is pure danger if you don't recognize it. Do not spend this coin. People see it, think it's fake, think it's damaged, think it's nothing, and they throw away a hidden big treasure. This is not fiction. 1943 was wartime America. Everything was pressure. Everything was sacrifice. Copper was urgently needed for bullets, wiring, weapons, and military equipment. The U.S. Mint made a drastic decision, switching pennies from copper to steel coated with zinc. That single decision created chaos inside the minting process. Old copper blanks mixed with steel blanks. Machines ran non-stop. Workers were exhausted. Mistakes slipped through. And from that chaos, a silent fortune was born. Now here's where people mess up. This coin looks silver. It does not look like a normal penny. Most people think it's worthless, cleaned, or fake. That's exactly why it is dangerous. The front still shows Lincoln, sharp yet aged ad, with that wartime presence. The back wheat ears are there, familiar, but something feels different. The color, the surface, the vibe. This detail changes everything. Hold this coin and you feel something strange. It's about 2.7 grams, lighter than the copper version, still 19 millimeters wide, with a thin profile just under 1.5 millimeters. It feels different. It sounds different. It looks wrong in the best possible way. That silver-gray look is the entire clue, and most people ignore it. That's how fortunes get lost. Now listen carefully. Some 1,943 pennies are steel and common. But a 1,943 penny without a mint mark that doesn't behave like normal steel, that survives with original surfaces, that hasn't been altered, that hasn't been cleaned or plated, that's where collectors go quiet. Clean this coin and you destroy it. Plate it, polish it, test it aggressively, and the value collapses. Original condition is everything. Professional grading is not optional. It's critical. Most of these coins never survived. They were spent immediately. They rusted. They corroded. They were thrown away because people hated how they looked. Survival is rare. Old condition originality is rare. And that's why collectors obsess over tiny details like surface texture, edge integrity, strike quality, and that unmistakable wartime appearance. Collectors are fighting for these, but they don't shout about it. They bid quietly, aggressively. They hold. They don't sell. When one shows up at auction, the energy changes. People lean forward. Phones come out. Bidding jumps fast. This is hidden wealth revealing itself. Today, this single penny has reached a market value of around $252. That's serious money. That's quiet wealth. That's a life-changing opportunity hiding in a coin people are tossing into junk drawers. So hear this clearly. Do not spend this coin. Never clean it. Original toning matters. Old condition originality matters. Get it professionally graded. Check the date. Check the color. Check the feel. Dirty coins shock people for a reason. This coin is special, and missing this detail costs everything. Stay right here, because the next coin is even more dangerous. Older, rarer, and easier to lose than this one. If you think this silver penny is shocking, what comes next changes everything. Next coin number 4. Do not underestimate coin 4, because this is the kind of penny people spend without even slowing down. And that mistake is costing them a hidden big treasure. This is the 1,950 wheat penny with no mint mark, very fine condition, and it is one of the quietest silent fortunes in circulation history. It doesn't scream rare. It doesn't look dangerous. And that's exactly why people are accidentally losing serious money. Do not spend this coin. 1,950 was a turning point year in America. The country was shifting gears fast after World War II. Industries were exploding, inflation pressure was real, and the economy was racing forward. The US Mint was under non-stop demand to keep coins flowing for a booming population. Pennies were being struck fast, stacked, shipped, and spent immediately. Precision took a back seat to volume. That environment created coins that were never meant to be preserved, and survival became the rarest feature of all. This penny feels normal in the hand, and that's the trap. About 3.11 grams of solid copper, a full 19 millimeters diameter, and a thickness just under 1.5 millimeters that gives it that familiar old coin presence. It doesn't feel special until you look closer. And that's where everything changes. The front shows Lincoln with strong detail still alive in his coat and jawline. The back wheat ears still show separation and depth, and collectors obsess over that. This detail changes everything. Very fine condition matters here more than people realize. Most 1,950 pennies were destroyed by circulation. They were overhandled, cleaned, scratched, or flattened by decades of use. Finding one that still holds its original surfaces, its natural tone, its honest wear without abuse, that's rare. That's hidden wealth. Clean this coin, and you erase its story. I'm serious. Never clean this coin. One wrong move, and the silent fortune disappears. The missing mint mark is critical. No mint mark means it came from a specific production environment during a time of extreme output. Tiny strike characteristics, subtle surface textures, and metal flow details are what collectors hunt. These are not things you see at a glance. These are things experts lean in for. This is not fiction. These details separate pocket change from life-changing opportunity. Most people think newer wheat pennies can't be valuable. That belief is costing them everything. Collectors know the truth. They know that demand for original, untouched examples keeps rising while supply shrinks every year. Once these go into collections, they don't come back out. Collectors are holding. They are not selling. And when one does surface, the bidding isn't loud. It's quiet, aggressive, intentional. Watch an auction when this coin appears. The pace changes. Bids jump. The room tightens. This is a silent fight. And today, this single penny has reached a market value of around $160. That's not pocket change. That's serious money. That's quiet wealth hiding in a coin people throw into tip jars. So listen carefully. Do not spend this coin. Check the date. Check for the missing mint mark. Check the surface. Original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. Dirty old coins shock people because that's where the treasure hides. Stay right here, because the next coin is even more shocking. Older pressure, bigger rarity, and even easier to miss than this one. If you think people are losing this 1,950 penny, the next coin is disappearing right now. Next coin number 5. Do not relax yet, because coin 5 is the kind of penny that slips through fingers every single day, and that mistake is bleeding hidden wealth out of the real world. This is the 1,951 wheat penny with no mint mark, very good condition, and it looks so normal that people don't even hesitate before spending it. That's the danger. Do not spend this coin. This is a silent fortune, hiding in plain sight, and most people never realize they touched it. 1,951 was a tense moment in American history. The post-war boom was real, but so was pressure. Prices were rising, production was non-stop, and the country was racing forward without slowing down. The US Mint was under constant demand to push coins into circulation as fast as possible. Pennies weren't treated like treasures. They were tools. They were meant to move, not to last. That rush created coins that were heavily used, worn fast, and destroyed without mercy. Survival from this year is rare, and originality is everything. Now imagine this coin in your hand. It feels familiar, and that's the trap. About 3.11 grams of solid copper, a 19 millimeters diameter, and a thickness just under 1.5 millimeters that gives it that old, grounded presence. It doesn't scream rare. It whispers. The front shows Lincoln with honest wear, not flat, not lifeless. The back-wheat ears are still visible, still telling their story, and collectors obsess over how much of that detail survived. This detail changes everything. Very good condition matters more than people think. Most 1,951 pennies were abused by circulation. Scratched, bent, polished, scrubbed, or cleaned until their surfaces were destroyed. Finding one that still carries its natural tone, its untouched skin, its original texture, that's where the hidden treasure lives. Clean this coin and you kill it. I'm not exaggerating. Never clean this coin. Shiny equals ruined. Original equals serious money. The missing mint mark is not a small thing. It tells a precise story about where this coin was made and under what conditions. During this high-output era, subtle differences in strike pressure, metal flow, and surface finish appeared, and collectors hunt those tiny details relentlessly. These are things most people never notice, but experts live for them. This is not fiction. These details separate junk change from life-changing opportunity. Most people assume only the oldest wheat pennies matter. That assumption is costing them fortunes. Collectors know the truth. Demand for original 1,951 with no mint mark pennies keeps climbing, while supply shrinks every year. Once these coins enter serious collections, they disappear. Collectors are holding. They're not flipping. They're waiting. And when one surfaces at auction, it's not loud. It's controlled. Quiet tension. Sudden jumps. Aggressive bidding disguised as calm confidence. Watch closely when this coin hits the block. The energy shifts. Bids move fast. The room tightens. This is a silent fight over quiet wealth. And today, this single penny has reached a market value of around $175. That's serious money. That's hidden wealth. That's a life-changing opportunity wrapped in a coin people still call just a penny. So hear this clearly. Do not spend this coin. Check the date. Check for the missing mint mark. Check the surface and the tone. Originality matters. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. Dirty old coins shock people because that's where the treasure hides. And stay right here, because the next coin is the most dangerous one yet. Rarer, more shocking, and easier to lose than all the others combined. If you think people are accidentally losing this 1,951 penny, the final coin changes everything. Next coin number 6. Do not look away, because coin 6 is the most dangerous penny in this entire video. This is the one people throw back into circulation without a second thought. This is the one people clean, scrub, and destroy. This is the one that looks dirty, ugly, spent. And that mistake is costing them a hidden big treasure. This is the 1,952 wheat penny with the D-mint mark, brown waves, dirty condition, and it is a silent fortune hiding in plain sight. Do not spend this coin. I'm serious. 1,952 was a pressure cooker year in America. The post-war machine was running hot, inflation fears were real, production was relentless, and the economy demanded speed. The Denver Mint was working hard, pushing out coins fast to keep up with commerce. Pennies weren't treated with care. They were struck, stacked, shipped, and spent immediately. Quality took hits. Coins were handled rough from day one. That stress is exactly why this year quietly produced some of the most misunderstood rare coins in circulation. Now hold this penny in your hand. It feels old, solid, real. Around 3.11 grams of copper weight, a 19 millimeters diameter, and a thickness just under 1.5 millimeters that gives it that grounded, heavy presence modern coins don't have. The front shows Lincoln with wear that tells a story, not damage, not abuse. The back wheat ears are still there, softened but alive, and collectors obsess over how those lines fade. This detail changes everything. That brown wave toning and dirty surface, that's not a flaw. That's survival. That's originality. That's the look of a coin that lived honestly and wasn't messed with. Clean this coin and you destroy it instantly. Never clean this coin. Ever. The dirt, the waves, the aged skin are exactly why collectors want it. Shiny would kill the value. Original makes it dangerous. The D-mint mark is critical here. It tells collectors exactly where this coin came from and under what conditions it was born. Denver minted wheat pennies from this era show subtle strike characteristics that experts hunt relentlessly. Tiny details in the lettering, the wheat stalks, the rim, the surface flow, these are things normal people miss and collectors fight over. This is not fiction. Most 1,952 pennies were spent into nothing. They were worn down, cleaned by mistake, damaged, or lost. Dirty condition survivors with original surfaces are rare. Very rare. That's why this coin keeps climbing in demand, while the supply keeps shrinking. Collectors aren't selling these. They're holding them tight. They know this is quiet wealth. When one of these shows up at auction, the energy changes instantly. The bidding isn't loud. It's tense, quiet, aggressive. Phones come out. Bids jump fast. This is a silent fight over hidden treasure. And today, this single penny has reached a market value of around $164. That's serious money. That's life-changing opportunity wrapped in a coin people are accidentally losing every single day. So listen carefully. Do not spend this coin. Check the date. Check the D-mint mark. Check the surface. Dirty does not mean worthless. Original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. Patience is golden. One wrong move destroys everything. And now hear this. Every coin you just saw looks ordinary. That's the trap. These are hidden treasure coins. Silent fortunes. Big money hiding in pockets, jars, drawers, and change trays right now. Most people will never know what they touched. But you do. So check your coins. Check them carefully. And if you don't want to be the person who accidentally spent a fortune, stay right here with EagleCoins. Because the next video goes even deeper, even rarer, even more shocking. Do not miss it.